The following contest is an Ironman match. On the way to the ring, from Miami, Florida, Layla. And the opponent, from Jacksonville, Florida, Kelly.
This one is won with conditioning and fortitude. The kick connects. A vicious blow with the axe handle. What a kick that was.
Wow, great reversal.
What a fierce kick. What an incredible suplex. A swift kick to the opponent.
Man, I'm really getting to this match right now, I'm telling you.
You and me both, partner.
Yeah, but me more than you. You know, because I know what it's like to perform in a ring. You don't.
Man, that must feel like running into a wall. Great reversal. Oh, and the knee connects.
Oh, that's a serious shot there.
That's nothing flashy, but it's most certainly effective.
Here it comes.
And that's a stiff kick.
Here's the pin. 1, 2.
Wow, they don't get much closer than that.
Kelly has grabbed the attention of both the fans and the performance.
Yet it's not hard to see why. Just look at it.
I'm sorry. Were you saying something?
The kick connects. And there's the reversal. I think it's time to bring out the heavy firepower.
These superstars got it in them to cause a lot of damage, believe me. Oh my gosh, what a slam. Time to rattle some skulls, if you know what I mean. Your opponent got absolutely planted with that DDT. Talk about brutal.
And there's the 2.
I don't know a lot about a lot of things, but that looked like a 3 count to me.
What a reversal. That'll rattle your organs. Oh, what an underhanded move.
Oh, with authority.
Look at this. No fear on the face of this superstar.
I always love watching Layla wrestle. She's hot, she's talented, and she's got some sweet dancing moves too. I like it.
Which is more than we can say about you, right, partner?
Ah, that depends on which part you're talking about. Ah!
And that'll leave you seeing stars. And there's the submission hold. What a deadly maneuver this is. A clubbing axe handle. What a counter.
And there's the DDT. That elbow did some damage. Hey, why in the hell did Kelly's parents give her the same name twice? Kelly. That's like you, Joey.
I don't know. Maybe Mr. and Mrs. Kelly had a feeling that their daughter would have trouble remembering 2 names.
Looks like trouble right there, I'm telling you.
Here's the cover.
1, 2. Come on, that had to be 3.
There's a wicked diving elbow.
Oh, the elbow connects. I love it, slapping the snot right out of him.
A sharp but effective axe handle. What physicality, what strength.
Hey, you ever thought about becoming a wrestler? Or what they call in this company, an in-ring competitor?
Considering the fact that I'm afraid of my wife, I haven't really thought about that.
I don't know, man. You'd be tough to catch in that ring. Kind of like a greased-up shaved cat with mayonnaise on its face.
A basic but efficient maneuver. What a kick that was! A vicious blow to the opponent. Oh, there's the jawbreaker.
Time to rattle some skulls, if you know what I mean.
Oh, a DDT like that could very well put your opponent out cold.
This could be 3 right here. 2. Wow, talk about cutting it close. That was almost 3. That'll chip your teeth. I've seen matches won and lost because of moves like this.
What a fierce kick. And there's the leg drop.
Looks like they've come in here and stepped up their game.
Yep, but the ladder of success goes both ways. The losing side, that means a trip down 1 rung. What a counter! What force behind that tackle?
Whoa, look out!
Kick to the opponent.
Here's the pin. This could be it. Talk about it. Insult to injury, or injury to insult, whatever it's called.
Thanks to her experience as a dancer, Layla has incredible speed, agility, and flexibility in the ring.
And when it comes to a wrestling match, sometimes having the speed advantage over your opponent is all it takes to help you pick up the duke, as they say, the win. Oh man, what impact from that suplex. Things are about to get serious here. On the mat, shoulders down. 1, this could be it. 2, 3. Wow, great reversal.
There's a fundamental move. What fantastic extension on that leg drop. A simple move, but that sets up bigger things. Great reversal.
Here's the pin. 1. Gotta be kidding me. That was nowhere near 3.
And that's a stiff kick. I hope the fans know they're getting something special tonight.
They better. It's not every day. This could be 3 right here. 1, 2.
What height on that leg drop.
You can't take this kind of beating and expect to win the match. This thing ain't gonna last much longer.
Nice reversal. The kick connects.
I love it. Slapping the snot right out of him.
What a kick that was.
Oh, look out, look out! Here's the pin. This could be it.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, give me a break. There's no need for that.
That'll ring your bell for a while.
Oh, vicious stuff.
Oh, the leg drop connects. Oh, that was sick.
And there's the reversal.
The force behind that leg drop.
What a counter.
A swift arm drag.
What a reversal. I've called matches everywhere from bingo halls to sold-out mega arenas. While there's something to be said for small crowds, I love the energy of massive buildings.
The people in the ring can feed off that electricity also. When 20,000 people are screaming your name, it's easy to rise to the occasion.
It's worth getting a sore throat from yelling on commentary to get to witness it too. Come on, what a dirty move.
Wow, great reversal. Talk about it, insult to injury, or injury to insult, whatever it's called.
What a display of power. What a crushing leg drop. A vicious blow with the axe handle. Great reversal.
There's the drop kick.
And there's the tackle. What an intense maneuver. Devastating, just a devastating neck breaker. Watch out, here it comes. Oh my, what an incredible drive. And there's the pin.
1, 2.
The referee's hand was coming down for the 3 count. What a counter. Look at the elevation. What an incredible drop kick. There we go.
Her opponent got absolutely planted with that DDT. Talk about brutal.
Here's the cover. No trouble getting out of that one. A swift kick to the opponent.
I love it. Talk about rubbing your opponent's face in it.
Nice reversal. Good, solid wrestling maneuver.
I love it. Slapping the snot right out of him.
And that punch lands hard. How the heck do you get up from that?
Talk about it, insult to injury, or injury to insult, whatever it's called.
What a counter.
I love it, slapping the snot right out of him.
What a reversal. And that's a stiff kick.
Talk about it, insult to injury, or injury to insult, whatever it's called. Oh man, look out!
The kick connects.
Here's the pin!
1, 2.
Oh man, I can't believe that wasn't 3.
Did you hear that? What impact? And there's the reversal.
Oh, did you see that knee? I love it, slapping the snot right out of him. There's the sidewalk slam. Wow, great reversal. Uh-oh, here it comes. sick landing from that drop.
On the mat, shoulders down.
One.
This could be it.
He count only, says referee Scott Armstrong. That's nothing flashy, but it's most certainly effective. What a kick that was. And there's the leg drop.
Whoa, look at this.
And that one just drives their opponent to the mat.
This could be 3 right here.
1, 2, 3.
Oh my, the submission hold is locked in. Not a lot of mercy being shown in the ring, Taz. What a fierce kick.
And there's the takedown. Talk about it, insult to injury, or injury to insult, whatever it's called. Oh, that elbow's gotta hurt.
Oh man, heads up. Here's the pin. This could be it.
1, 2. Takedown just in the nick of time. What a counter. And a jaw-jacking punch.
1, 1, 2,
Oh, good Lord, what force, what crippling force off that slam.
3.
Oh, that was uncalled for.
Great reversal.
4,
I love it, slapping the snot right out of him.
5.
A swift kick to the opponent. Oh, a DDT like that could very well put your opponent out cold.
On the mat, shoulders down. This could be it. 3.
Oh my word, what a slam. And there's the pin.
1, 2.
Is that it? No! 2 and 15/16. And that's a stiff kick.
1, 2.
I'm not sure I like where this is going.
Whoa, what an impact.
3.
That's a good way to break a rib, 3. 4.
Oh, what a tackle, knocking the opponent down. The kick connects. It makes your skin crawl. A basic but efficient maneuver.
A swift arm drag.
What a counter.
Uh-oh, here it comes.
Oh my, what an incredible drive. There's the cover.
1, 2.
I don't know a lot about a lot of things, but that looked like a 3 count to me.
And how much force, how much impact was delivered there. Tough jawbreaker there.
Here it comes.
Talk about it, insult to injury, or injury to insult. This could be 3 right here.
1, 2.
Wow, they don't get much closer than that. Man, that must feel like running into a wall.
Oh, That's a serious shot there.
What a kick that was.
Here's the pin. This could be it.
1, 2, 3.
That'll rattle your organs. Talk about planning your opponent. Take a picture of this and put it in the dictionary next to the term compromising position.
No doubt.
What a reversal!
There's the smash mouth style and the ugly offense.
And there's the reversal.
Here's the pin.
1, 2.
Come on. That had to be 3.
What a fierce kick. Nice reversal.
I love it. Slapping the snot right out of him.
And that's the match.
Here's your winner, Layla.